Hi guys, you're watching chilledwaves.com and we are in capital of Ireland tonight, Dublin city. And we're about to show you the hottest party of this autumn, Anjunabeats Halloween Ball in Tripod. Jaytech is the organizers of tonight's party, which guarantees a huge lineup. Jaytech, Markus Schossow, Above and Beyond, all of them gonna be in few minutes on the stage over there.
Been talking to myself forever, yeah. And how I wish I knew me better, yeah. Still sitting on the shelf, but never seen the sunshine brighter. And it feels like
19th of July 2010 is a big day. When Anjunabeats Volume was released, and it went massive around the world. And actually tonight's party is part of the world tour. How would you describe your Anjunabeats Volume album itself and tour?
No, it's your turn.
No, it's my turn, is it? When was your turn then? Oh, because you just spoke.
Yes, exactly.
I would say, well, every year we release kind of a compilation which is kind of roundup of the best of Anjunabeats at that point in time, with a sort of view forward as well. And Anjunabeats Volume 8 has a lot of forward-thinking trance music on it, I think, and progressive stuff. And hopefully it achieves that, yeah.
I think every time we put one out, we think it's the best. I think the label's kind of really maturing, and we're getting a lot of music from a lot of artists that we're very excited about. I think this year probably the new star, a young guy from Russia called Artie. Very happy to have him on the label. Obviously Matzo is probably last year's brand new thing, still firing on all cylinders. But you know, a lot of the regulars like Nitrous Oxide, these guys are still making really high quality music. It's a great tab. So we're really happy with the way the label's kind of broadened. I think when we started kind of venturing into the deep stuff with Anjunadeep, it was a kind of a toe in the water. We weren't really sure how the label would fare.
Yeah,
in
well,
that
the funny thing is as well is our first ever release actually had an Anjunadeep remix on it, so we've actually been doing Anjunadeep from the start, but we just never really released that much stuff in that style, I guess.
But the nice thing really is the breadth of artists that we've now been able to get from that right up to the the end of the night kind of stuff, and it's really kind of filling in. There aren't really many gaps. There's obviously a few artists that we would like to see on Anjunabeats that aren't there, but pretty much the ones that are there we're very, very happy with, and continue to make this fabulous music.
By the way, congrats on top 5.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You made this year, and you mentioned the breakthrough DJ Artie,
Yeah.
producer of 2010. Will be future work with him as Above and Beyond and Artie.
What a collaboration!
Yes.
Well, we haven't got one planned. I wouldn't rule it
Never
out.
rule
I think
anything
he's. I mean, the thing that excites me about him is he's managed to really sort of alight from the start on, I think, where trance music is now.
Yeah.
And people find it very difficult to categorise what it is that he does.
Yeah.
It's uplifting, but it's definitely not old style uplifting. It's got a much more of a kind of bass-driven groove than there was around 10 years ago. And I think that's really where the world has moved.
Style.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
But it's not so narrowcast. His tracks, you can tell they're by him, but they're all got different ideas, which is really good.
Also, I think when Deadmau5 came along, there was a particular sound that everybody copied,
Yeah.
and well, not everybody, but a lot of people copied it, and that was kind of boring just to copy that sound. I think Deadmau5 is an amazing producer in his own right, so it's not a criticism of Deadmau5 at all. I think it's brilliant, but everybody kind of copied that sound, and it was getting a bit tiring. Artie has clearly been influenced by that sound, but he's taken it somewhere else and done something new.
Yeah.
But it's clearly spawned a little bit, I would say, from Deadmau5, but it's not Me Too, Dead Mouse kind of stuff.
Favorite place in the world, like city or something?
I think that the
Not
thing,
about touring, sorry, not about touring, but maybe personal.
Before I pick one, I mean, I
really
think for me
difficult.
the important thing is that, or the interesting thing is, the more you travel, the more you start to appreciate the variety. So to pick one
Yeah.
is beside the point. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, what's your favourite colour in a rainbow?
Yeah.
Well, it's the whole rainbow that you like. It's that double rainbow. And I think the same is true when you travel. You know, there's certain things about Russia that are really exciting. The crowd are really fanatical. The women are beautiful. You know, it's a very grand and kind of emotional place. You know, but when you go, say, to South America, a very different kind of people, very different kind of vibe. I think probably of the cities we've been to, Buenos Aires is quite.
Oh, it's so difficult to pick. I mean, for pure shock factor, say Tokyo ranks up pretty high because you get there and you feel like you're on another planet. You know, I love, like, New York's a great city to spend some time in and wander around because everything's so compact, and it's a city you can actually literally walk around without needing to get trains and buses and taxis, so that's good. But I mean, God, where to start? I like LA because the climate there. Like
About
I
Irish
said, Buenos
climate?
Aires is great in Argentina. Sorry?
How about Irish climate?
Irish climate. Today I'm not too big a fan of the Irish climate, but it's not that
This
bad.
is the one, what they call Irish climate.
Irish climate. Well, I mean, it's great for the cows. And it's great to drive people in the pubs where they meet and talk and play music and, you know,
Yeah.
build that amazing.
Atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think
It might be cold outside, but
it's
people are
really
warm
warm.
here.
Yeah, I think
So that's amazing.
Ireland's about stories and it's about song and it's about interacting with other people and asking them how they are and really wanting to know the answer to the question. I think that's one of the great things about Ireland and Irish people. They'll talk to anybody and they're really genuinely interested in how you're feeling.
Yeah, they're very warm people.
Yeah.
They're people.
Know that I can. Getting you.
Trans Around the World,
Yeah.
anniversary 350 coming.
Yeah.
I know you guys prepared something interesting,
Yeah.
so would you mind to say a few words about that?
We're doing a party in LA, the Palladium, which sold out in 48 hours, which is unbelievable. And joining us on the night, I think Super 8 Tab, Cosmic Gate, who else?
Boom Jinx.
Boom Jinx.
I'm trying to think who else.
Is it Jaytech?
Maybe.
I don't even know.
If you would like.
We're trying.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're really looking forward to it. It's our biggest solo show in a club in LA, and that it sold out so quickly was extremely exciting. We went on sale after Brixton, which is practically sold out too, and sold out so quickly. So for us, it's just like wow. It really is a sort of measure of how things have gone for us in America the last couple of years.
And would it be the biggest syndication show on air around the world at that day?
Probably that day it will be the biggest syndication show around the world. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be broadcasting it live, and all our syndicates are getting involved. I mean, the plans for that are still coming together. But there's, I think, 7 hours of live broadcast from the venue. So it's the first time we've done that sort of thing. So it'll be good. Hi, I'm Tony.
I'm Jono.
We're 2/3 of Above and Beyond. You're watching Chilled Waves.
Chilledwaves.com specially for partylife.lv and Top Radio.
would like to say a few thank you words to organizers, Electric, Tripod and the management of Above and Beyond. Stay tuned with chilledwaves.com.